Peace, what's up everybody? This is your boy Jay Everyday. And today my post is going to be the worship and celebration of celebrity culture in America. Let me start off by saying there's nothing wrong with being rich, with being famous. There's nothing wrong with having a skill or a talent that you exploit for monetary fame and gain. I guess my thing is there's this stink, there's this film over it where just certain celebrities can do no wrong. And what I'm going to do today, I'm not going to really name any, well, I said I wasn't going to name any specific celebrities, but I may, but I'm trying to keep it as general as possible, so because I'm trying to discuss a narrative as a whole, but it may be impossible to do that. Let me start off with a certain clan. Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to start off with the Kardashians, right? And let me start off by saying, if you are stupid enough to follow the mind fuck that is the Kardashian brand, then you should be exploited. Flat out, I'm going to just say it like that. But this celebration and this shit of, oh, such and such broke the internet, and oh, Khloe is this, and oh, Scott and Courtney and all of this bullshit, and this shit is disgusting for one reason and one reason only. Well, not the only reason, but the main reason. That family, the head of that family is Kris Jenner. Everything that Kris Jenner does, all the supposed controversy and hardships and heartaches that family goes through, all of that shit is manufactured. You have this group of people, and their main job is to create a narrative and to keep interest in the brand and all things branded Kardashian. This is a multi-million-dollar company that relies on innuendo, slander, rumor, and publicity to continue the operation of this business. They have a whole cable channel devoted to the continuance of this brand. They're in partnership with Ryan Seacrest, who had the foresight to see that, yeah, these girls have something, let me monetize it, let me lock them into long-term deals, and let me make sure I make huge amounts of fucking money off of it. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about all of the shit that the daughters do. I'm not here to pass judgment on the shit that they've done, but understand this, and I will say this. All of this shit has been calculated. If you think all of the shit that these girls have went through and they put themselves through isn't done on purpose, then you're a fucking idiot. With that being said, well, let me move on. You see, I don't know if any of you have been to LA, but I've been to LA twice. Both times I've been to LA, I've stayed out there for approximately a week. I love LA. I like the weather. I like the vibe. Just something about LA just agrees with me as a person. With that being said, let me quantify it by saying this. LA is expensive as shit. If you're not in the movie business, I don't know why the fuck you're in LA. See, there is this myth that undergirds LA like anybody can make it out there, and you can't. That's bullshit. Well, the vibe and everything about LA is cool. LA is a city of relationships. It's different than anywhere else in the world, in my opinion, because LA, you can't come up or hustle and become a success like you can anywhere else. Not like in New York or DC or Texas. You can't hustle your way to the top in LA. You either have to already be established when you go the fuck out there, or you have to know somebody and have started building relationships, or get plugged in when you get out there. The reason I'm bringing LA up in this here is because LA is the epicenter of that celebrity culture. That's why you have paparazzi everywhere. That's why you have the TMZs, because if you're not a celebrity, you have to eat off that culture that props up the whole thing, the whole idea of LA. Because see, LA, the whole purpose of LA is to push that shit out to the world. That's why you notice in LA, everything is about celebrity. Everything is about this and about that. People have tried to take that from LA, but it's impossible just based on the weather, the movie studios, everything being in LA supports celebrity culture. Nowhere else is that possible because other parts of the country are just made differently. They have different industries to support and prop them up. So with that being said, let me get back to my main points. Everything that you see and hear with regards to celebrity, it's mostly fashion or comes out of LA. The whole idea of agents and publicity agents and managers, All of that shit is primarily out there. About, I want to say maybe 30 years ago, somebody had the bright idea to report on every facet of a celebrity's life. That idea basically formulated into Entertainment Tonight. It was a half-hour show, and it came on every night, and the whole purpose of the show was, in 30 minutes, we're going to break down everything that's happening in celebrity culture. Entertainment Tonight was basically the only vehicle to deliver celebrity news on a daily basis. But once corporations saw how much people were interested in it, and they were doing a better job than the tabloids because they weren't invested in sensationalism, then your next iteration of the same idea of Entertainment Tonight, that became Access Hollywood. Access Hollywood did the same thing. They kept their show to a half an hour, and eventually that led to the morning talk shows having what's commonly referred to as an entertainment report. What happened as a result of this entertainment report was a steady diet, a steady feeding to the public of everything related to celebrities. The difference with the entertainment reports on the morning shows was they not only reported on the good parts of celebrity, they also reported on every fuck up that a celebrity might do. Eventually that led to the creation of what's called ETV. ETV is basically the entertainment channel. The entertainment channel's entire job was, we gonna report on everything related to entertainment. Bad, good, in between. When we don't have something to report, we'll just talk about some old shit. And what's going to make us different than everybody else is going to be 24 hours. Now, with the 24-hour entertainment cycle, what you basically got at this point was every aspect of an entertainer or a celebrity's life being discussed. This led to, a need for, most celebrities only used to have an agent or a manager. Most celebrities didn't have a publicist. The whole idea of a publicist came about because people started to see their image and their character taking hits based on their behavior or innuendo or rumor regarding their lives. So celebrities basically hire publicists to manage their public persona. Now, where the worship and the celebration of celebrities came in was with these magazines and the whole idea of, here, I'll tell you, the first person I think to monetize it really well was Demi Moore when she posed pregnant on the cover of a magazine. Because, see, you have to remember, for everything there has to be a pioneer or a zeitgeist, somebody that pushes the culture forward. And for celebrities and for women especially, it was, okay, I'm pregnant. And if they're pregnant by somebody famous, the shit went absolutely bonkers. So that's what happened when Demi Moore became pregnant by Bruce Willis. And she posed nude. So then it was the whole thing of, oh, this celebrity is pregnant. Oh, this celebrity is having a baby. And then it went from that to the next idea of celebrity worship was, let me adopt. And what made adoption such a celebrity zeitgeist was Angelina Jolie. Because, see, rich and famous people always have adopted kids, but they never put any publicity behind it. For example, Steven Spielberg has adopted, I don't know how many kids Steven Spielberg has adopted, maybe 6 or 7, and maybe even more than that. But he never publicly talked about it, or you never really saw his family in the public eye, and I think he did that on purpose. But the first person to do it publicly and let everybody see it, and it just created a worship culture about her, was Angelina Jolie. No, she adopted this Cambodian kid. Then she adopted a little African girl. After her, then Madonna did it. After Madonna did it, Sandra Bullock did it. After Sandra Bullock did it, then Charlize Theron did it. And see, when a lot of these artist projects had fall short, it wasn't necessarily because they fell off as an entertainer. They just, just like with all things, sometimes, an actor just picks a rotten project, or it doesn't work for whatever reason. So how they maintained that celebrity worship was, if I can't get in a relationship that creates some type of buzz, then let me adopt a fucking kid. Then I'll go on all the tabloid shows and talk about my kid and how this has changed my life. This is only part 1. I'm going to get into part 2 in a second. But this is how celebrities maintain their celebrity status, and they maintain their worship by the sycophants that actually believe half of the shit that celebrities say and do. Alright, so with that being said, this is part 1 of the worship and celebration of celebrity culture. I'll be back with part 2 shortly.